Hey guys, it's Brian here, and welcome to episode 75 of our Liverpool Career Mode series. In today's episode, we have a bit of a shorter one for you today. The reason for this is the next two games after these two against Newcastle and Arsenal. For one reason or another, when I was actually recording the gameplay for those two, it got compressed in a really weird way where I'm not too sure how it's going to turn out when I actually make the actual video. So I decided to make this one a little bit of a shorter episode. I'll be posting up a bonus episode with those two games later on in the week, so there'll be even more Liverpool coming out this week as well. I'm just not sure exactly how that's going to come out because each of the episodes or each of the gameplay footage that I actually recorded was about 22 minutes long or so, and then it came out as actually only 13 minutes. So it seems like every couple seconds it pauses and then it goes fast forwarding. I'm going to try and see if I can, at least maybe slow down the gameplay, rectify it a bit, but it's not going to be the normal content I normally do. I still want to show you what those games had to offer though, because they're really crazy and fun games played. But it'll just be maybe a 5-minute video where I'm just quickly going over the highlights and showing you the best I can what went on in those games. But moving on to the two games we got here, we got one against Aston Villa in the league, and then we're moving on to our final game in the Euro League as we move on to the knockout stage of that tournament. While our Villa game's going on here though, I wanted to tell you guys that I'm actually going to be starting to post new FIFA content and new NHL content in the next week or so. I'm still working out the kinks on the series I'm going to be bringing out and showing you guys, but the one thing that I've really kind of come to after doing YouTube content kind of regularly over maybe 10 months or so now is I was trying to do a lot of different stuff to start with, and I've come to the point now where I really want to do the odd cool thing that maybe it's a little bit different than my normal stuff, but I want to also focus on the series that I actually have going on the channel, as you guys subscribing to my channel are interested in specific things, and I want to give you guys as much of that as I can. But I also want to diversify inside the games as well. So FIFA 13, we only have a couple months left of the actual game before FIFA 14 comes out. But I want to play around with that time and create some new series and see where you guys' interests are with that, and also maybe get a better idea as well for myself where I've only really been familiar with doing a series like this and then the Carlisle series. I haven't really played around with other ideas. I started FIFA Ultimate Team, I guess it was, very at the beginning of the FIFA content I started on my channel, but I never really went deep into that. So I want to start playing around with a couple different series, see where you guys really like this stuff, try and be a little bit innovative too, try and come out with some interesting things that maybe are spins on stuff that people have already done, or just something that I think would be pretty cool to do. So yeah, that's going to be something that's going to be going on, and I'm also going to probably have a couple videos out where I'll be talking to you guys, just very short, saying, hey, if you want to be a part of this certain thing, you can get in touch with me, and I'm not going to go over that now, I'll save that for the videos, but I plan to do some versus stuff on the side of that as well, just playing with you guys in the summer, because, people got free time right now, and it's a good time to play with you guys and see if we can have some fun games in both FIFA and NHL. So yeah, with that said, that's something I'm going to be working on, and with that, too, I'm also going to be obviously continuing on with this series. The NHL series that I do just wrapped up, so that's something that I have nothing going on for that right now, so that's what I'm going to be focusing to get on, but I want to keep on doing this one, and you know what, maybe we'll keep pushing with this. I don't know how long. I kept saying that this will be the last season, but that, isn't necessarily going to be the case. It's just a matter of where I am at the time and what you guys are enjoying the most, because I want to bring the stuff that you guys enjoy. So it's up to you guys to really tell me what you want to see, and we've already talked about stuff that you guys want to see in the past, so I kind of got an idea of that. But I mean, when it comes down to making the videos, you guys can tell me, hey, this is really cool, hey, I would like to see a little bit more of this, and that gives me an idea, as you guys are my audience, to make sure that I am giving you guys the right content and giving you guys the stuff that you really want to see the most. But moving on from that, you see there that we had that kind of late comeback against Aston Villa, a nice little turnaround there. And one of those goals scored right off the kickoff there, so I'd say a bit lucky, but at the same time too, we were able to get the 3 points from that game there, which is pretty important. Then we're going to move on to a game here where this one really doesn't have that much meaning to our season, because you know what, we have locked up that spot in the top spot, at least in our group. As you can see, we just blew away the competition, had a great overall, I guess it was 5 games here in the EuroLeague group stage, and I'm very excited to move on and see who we're going to be facing off at the end of this video. You guys will get to see the round of 32 matchup for us here. But for this one, we started some younger players. I wanted to give a couple of guys a chance, and maybe we're feeling a little testy because I haven't really gotten the opportunity to play, and we got that nice free kick goal from Suarez in the last game there. And this one even closer. I was thinking I'm going to line this up and it's going to be a nice one there, but you know what, sometimes it doesn't go your way. In that case, it didn't go our way for us there. But yeah, this one was an interesting one for me because, you know, rarely do we actually have games where it's like, yeah, you can just do what you want. It doesn't really matter. So I took full advantage of that. I had a fun game, tried to do some different stuff. A lot of it didn't really pan out, but at the same time, too, I was able to, you know, have a fun game, bring some guys in that, you know, wanted to get some time in, and that was good for the team, I think, overall. But with that said, too, we're also moving very close to the actual transfer deadline, and I want to give you guys a heads up on this, mainly because, you know, I'm usually very interactive with, hey, let's do this, hey, let's do that when it comes to the transfer deadline. And I took your guys' response about 3 or 4 episodes ago. When I actually lent my PS3, I shared it on another episode, I think, or something like that, but I lent it to a friend so he could play The Last of Us, and right before then, I wanted to make sure that I had as much footage as I possibly could, because I had no clue how long he was going to play the game for. So what I did for like 3 days or so was I just played FIFA, you know, constantly, and got as many games as I could done. We're not done the transfer deadline yet, you know, in the actual time frame of where I am with the team, but we're now midway through, I guess January it is, and I have brought in a center back for the needs. I kind of listened to what you guys wanted to see, and I also based it on, you know, who's got the attributes that I like the most, but I took that into account, and I'm making sure I'm not playing anymore until we get caught up once again, so that when we get to that point, if we really need to do something, if you guys really feel that we should bring a certain player in, then I'll leave it up to you guys to let me know, and we'll still have a couple weeks to do that. But in the meantime, I've already kind of settled on what's going on there, so don't worry about that. We've, you know, taken your feedback from, I guess it was a couple episodes ago, and put it to very good use to bring in a player that I'm very excited to share with you guys when that comes around. Look at me being a big old tease there. But that's pretty much it for this episode, guys. We'll leave you with the standings there. You can see that from the league, and also our matchup in the group stage as well, so you can see who we're going to be facing off there. And yeah, I'll have another episode up. It'll be probably short and a bit different because I'm going to be just trying to make these pieces of footage go together, but it'll be up in a couple days, so stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.
West Bromwich Albion 2. Now let's see what effect that's had on the league standings. At the top of the table remain Chelsea with 37 points. In second, Liverpool with 37 points. In third,